What's up everyone, and welcome back to Fiction to Review. This video is brought to you by my self-published book, Rain. It is a psychological thriller about a group of young adults in a psych ward who get this new counselor that's trying to understand their mental illnesses and trying to understand them. But then the counselor shortly learns that these kids might not be crazy and that this place is actually making them crazy, all the while trying to figure out what's going on with him and his psychological demons and his problems. If you would like more information about this book, be sure to hit the link in the description box below. Supporting me and buying these books actually helps me to run this channel. So today we're going to talk about X-Men Last Stand because I have to finish that continuation, that plethora of movies. It's an action fantasy genre. It is 1 hour and 44 minutes. It is PG-13 and it came out in 2006. The discovery of a cure for mutants leads a turning point for mutants. They may now choose to forgive their powers and become fully human, or retain their uniqueness and remain isolated. War looms between the followers of Charles Xavier, who preaches tolerance, and those of Magneto, who advocates survival of the fittest. The director is Ratner. The cast is Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Ian McKellen as Eric Lensher, Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Halle Berry as Storm, Kelsey Grammer as Beast, Elliot Page as Kitty, Sean Ashmere as Iceman, and more. So this X-Men had a lot more explosive scenes, a lot more action-packed, especially from the beginning of the war to the end. Unlike the first two films where we got an introduction of who these mutants are, what their powers are, where they came from, this was more set into, we already know who these people are. We did get some new mutants, but it was more so, okay, let's get into the fighting and the action because we know who they are, we know why they're here, so let's go. We get to see the effects of Jean Grey's death on the entire X-Men, Logan, and Cyclops, who goes out to this mountain and he's breaking down and he takes off his glasses and shoots into the water. Next thing you know, Jean pops out of the water and she is the Phoenix, and Professor X is like, okay, I'm gonna help try to maintain and control this because you guys don't understand, it's gonna get out of hand. And Wolverine did feel a little like away because, you know, he's very beastly and he's like, what's wrong with trying to control it? Let her just be who she is. And Professor X is like, no, you don't understand. Like, the world will go into flames. Listen to me. I remember when this movie first came out and I went to theaters to go see it. And I remember it got a lot of flack because people were like, this is not like how the comics are. And I did read and watch some interviews, mostly read interviews about how, mostly watched interviews on YouTube about how they didn't want it to shadow the comic book and they kind of made it its own thing. I actually really like this film, even though it got a lot of flack and people didn't like it and didn't relate to the comics, because it had its own thing. And I think the actor who played the actor who played Jean Grey did a good job and her acting was really well. And I honestly wish the movie was longer, and I wish that she would have like terrorized cities, how in Dark Phoenix, the newer version with Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, aka Sansa, started to do, because her power is just incredible. However, I do feel like around the time that this came out, they did serve it well. I mean, we got to see her eyes turn full black and everyone turned to dust. The effects of that. And also I want to say, this was very clear. The clarity of the visuals of this film and the makeup and the way her hair was super dark and her eyes were just black. I'm just like, I might want to be her for Halloween. Don't know. She tight. So I did really enjoy a lot of the visual scenes, like I said, with the fighting. And I do wish I would have seen more from certain mutants, like the winged mutant. I think he's just so beautiful. I think it's the wings. It's the whole angelic wing thing. Like, he did save his dad. His dad is lucky because he really tried to get rid of his wings, and if he didn't, he would have died. I also feel like the girl who tracked Mystique, she was really cool. She had really a lot of cool powers, and she could basically transport back and forth really fast. And I don't think she should have died so quickly. I really don't. I think she was a really good character and pretty interesting. But also, Magneto really ain't because he, after all Mystique did for him and went back and got him, like, he just looked at her and was like, I'm sorry, you're no longer one of us. But then at the end of the movie, he was like, what have I done? And I'm like, really? Really, Magneto? Now it's what have you done? But you just, see, he got that karma. Lastly, I do want to say I love the Beast. I think he's so cute. I don't know if it's the blueness, the hair, the Beast. And he's just like beastly, but also really smart. It's just, I don't know, something about him. But yeah, I feel like this film was more about Jean Grey and the Phoenix and her and Logan, as opposed to like the full X-Men. I mean, we did get the war scene and that whole thing, but it was really at the end of the day about her fighting her inner demon, that Dark Phoenix. And it probably could have been split into 2 movies, about the war and about just her and the Dark Phoenix alone, which is probably why they did the whole remake. As far as visuals go, I love the special effects and the false effects to enhance everything. And most importantly, I love that cliffhanger with Magneto. Like, Magneto, he's really that guy at the end of the day, because he still, like, he still moves that chess piece and then it just goes off and you're like, I remember like when this first came out, I'm like, it moved. I was like super hyped. He's that guy, man. And he was so sad when Charles died, but he did move on really fast and was like, all right, let's get this girl, let's start this war. But damn, don't let it control that scene. Oh, that scene when Charles died, don't let it control you. It was sad. It was sad. Wolverine was distraught. Magneto was a little sad, and it was just, we love a Charles Xavier. I definitely would recommend this movie. Definitely go watch it. I'm gonna review the next X-Men. If you guys want me to review the next X-Men, be sure to give this a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know, if you were in X-Men 3 The Last Stand, which side would you be fighting for? Comment below and let me know.